Oh, well, listen, it is a busy Friday. A few days ago, Graham sat down to really just unpack everything that DHL Life Saving is about and the importance of looking after our waters.
Everybody loves going to the beach where you get to ignore your responsibilities, enjoy the calming effects of the sun, the sand, the water, maybe get in a bit of a surf. But what happens when it goes wrong? Even the tiniest change in current or unexpected riptide can be tragic. We've seen it in our news headlines. And that's where the men in red and yellow dive in literally and save lives. Now, being a lifeguard is not just a summer job. It's a lifelong commitment that takes dedication, training, skills, and tools. Now, DHL Express Global CEO John Pearson chats to us about their life-saving partnership with clubs around the world and why DHL are now so dedicated to saving lives. John, a very warm welcome to Expresso. How are you?
Thank you.
I'm going to say from a DHL perspective, I've got to thank you. Obviously a big rugby fan here, and your partnership in that space has certainly given me some of my most memorable moments in broadcasting. And I love the fact that that now is extending to a sport that might not often get the same level of drive behind it, certainly in a commercial sense. And you're no stranger to this kind of partnership with your connections to Surf Life Saving Australia and to New Zealand. Maybe a good place to start would be with you telling us a bit more about your new partnership with Life Saving South Africa.
Just couldn't imagine a better country, really, to be expanding the partnership into, this summer, which will be, as June time when we get on the beaches, but in this part of the world. But I know it'll be busier for you as you get into the Christmas season when the weather warms up. So I'm really delighted that it'll be every bit as substantial as it is in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, and we've seen, I know a lot of lifesavers who compete at the highest level as well, and they've been speaking about what that injection has done in New Zealand and Australia, and they are so excited about the fruit that can be born out of this partnership here. I'm going to get you to think about your organization for just a moment, because clearly this goes beyond just wanting to help, but to a core value that you both share. How do life-saving clubs' values compare to those of your own?
Yeah, so I think connecting people and improving lives is our purpose statement. We connect people in terms of trade, we connect people in terms of commerce, and we connect people within our organization and local communities. And I can just see this manifesting itself in such a great outdoor community, a great sporting community that South Africa is, into all sorts of values way beyond just saving someone in danger in the water.
Why is keeping our beaches safe such an important and a fundamental drive for you as an organization, and maybe you personally?
Activating this all in is what we want to do. This isn't about writing a check and just getting DHL on the uniform and moving away from it. This is really about embracing the whole culture of it. And I think we have a role to connect with an organization that can create so much more of a higher awareness on this topic, and for our employees and even our customers to work with this organization in terms of the great activation program. So there's just no end of opportunity.
It all came to bear for me. We had a wonderful activation shoot where we took some of the Stormers rugby players to meet one of the local life-saving clubs, and they had a little bit of fun transferring skills. And for me, just to see what it meant to those brothers and sisters within that life-saving fraternity, to be put on that pedestal, to feel that important, but also to know that their infrastructure was being invested in, that was unbelievably exciting for me. What about Life-Saving South Africa being added to the DHL portfolio makes you most excited at this wonderful new verge, this jumping off point?
Nearly a couple of decades now, we've had 2 or 3, great countries in this portfolio of surf life saving. To expand it by 1, and then make 3 allows us to think that we can get other countries on board in the near space of time. I'm excited for our people and our employees, because there's something in it for everyone. You don't have to be the most active. You don't have to be the best swimmer. You can be in the ancillary sort of, the support side of surf life saving. So I know there's a real community there, and it'll offer, an opportunity for just someone to, join in with something that they wouldn't otherwise done. Quite frankly, Surf Life in South Africa ticks every single box.
This entire partnership, even if it results in one life being saved. That, for me, is the only box that needs to be ticked. So I'm going to say thank you so much on behalf of the entire life-saving fraternity here and the South African public that'll be flocking to the beaches come summer. Just a massive thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and for doing everything that you are doing on every level as it feeds into the success of life-saving this side of the world.
We need no injection of excitement. I know it's going to be fantastic, and the levels of local activation will be simply massive. So thank you very much.
We know that lifeguards are the first responders in every pool or seaside emergency, and there are many. They are dedicated to saving lives, and together with DHL are dedicated to keeping our beaches safe.